Nearly 2 decades ago, Molly Bish vanished. Her killer has yet to be identified, but on this anniversary, her family isn't holding any vigils or events. They're asking people to contact local senators to help change the laws on how missing children cases are handled. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now to explain. Chandler?
Olivia, a bill on state policy for abducted children passed unanimously in the House and is now in the state Senate. Instead of spending the day reflecting on Molly's life, her family is coping by advocating for the bill and child safety. 18 years later, and Heather Bish is still looking for answers about her sister's abduction. 16-year-old Molly Bish was taken from her lifeguard post at Cummins Pond in Warren.
How I miss my sister doesn't change. I often compare it to losing an arm or a limb. You know, you sort of learn how to live without it, but it's still not there. There's still a hole in your heart.
On the anniversary of Molly's abduction, the family is calling for action. A bill now in the state Senate could prevent what happened to Molly from happening to other children.
To ask everyone to call your senator and ask them to support Amendment 908 to protect children.
The bill would require police officers to go through a 2-hour training for missing children cases and would set uniform policies for officers throughout the state to follow.
The sooner that the police can be on the case and that there are set protocols to follow, a better chance of having a child returned unharmed.
Bish says 76% of children abducted by a stranger are killed in the first 3 hours. It's the same amount of time it took before police called the Bish family when Molly was abducted.
When they went to the crime scene, it was a mess. People had already touched the lifeguard kit, disturbed the entire scene. It was chaos.
Molly's remains were found years after her abduction, but her killer is still unknown. Bish is hopeful they're close to answers thanks to recent DNA testing.
We've actually have enough DNA that we're able to say that there's someone out there besides Molly's DNA, and we just need to match it.
State Senator Ann Goby says the bill is now being looked over by a committee. The Senate will decide whether to include it in their budget in the coming weeks. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.